Alrighty. Welcome back to No Man's Sky Next, the Red Shirt Diaries. I'm Sci-Fi Guy Henry, putting the man back in No Man's Sky. It's my new thing. I don't think that the scheduled event went into what it's supposed to. I don't know what happened there. Let me retry this. Weird. That is very weird. I don't know. I did something wrong. It was a test to see if it would work. I apologize for scheduling one for yesterday and not getting to it, and rescheduling for today. Real life gets in the way of playing. You know, that's just the way things work. So, I will wait for a bit to see if anyone joins before I get into the Abyss discussion. I'm going to try and work on my farm again. I've got a bunch of things going on it. Yes? Okay. Did I fly too close to you? A-class, industrial. Well, you could certainly replace my Ligatot's lost work, which I'm having problems with. I think we'll take you. Join the Sci-Fi Guy fleet on the Satellite of Love. Huh? Now, I just wish I could get onto my freighter and get things done there. Get some frigate missions going. My freighter keeps crashing. Freezing, more accurately. Then again, certain things on my base are making it freeze now too. It all happened since somewhere in 1.5. It happened just before 1.6. But it's usually when trying to access some sort of inventory. If I'm opening up a storage module, if I'm trying to open up my trade terminal, it's just weird stuff. Oh, another bit of weirdness. And who knows, this may be a feature. It's really hard to tell when something happens anymore, whether it's a feature or whether it's a glitch. But on my freighter, which I was just on before broadcast, and it didn't crash because I was in and out quick, I have all of my storage containers, all 10. I was going to transfer some of those down to my farm so I could work on things on my farm. So I deleted them out of my freighter, took like 4 storage containers down to my farm, but yet it let me build all 10 of them. It used to be you could only have storage containers either at your base or at your freighter. So once I did that, I'm like, well, that seems kind of weird. So I went back to the freighter. I had 6 of my storage containers, the 4 empty slots that I had taken out, and it allowed me to put the 4 that I'd taken out back in. So I have the 10 back on my freighter, plus the 10 on my farm. And they share inventory. So I could put something in here, go up to my freighter, and it'd be in there. Take it out, put something else in, come down here, that thing would be in there. Is it a new feature? That I don't know. I don't know. That is, if I can access it without it freezing. I don't know. I certainly hope with the Abyss there's more bug fixes, because, yeah. So this is what I got going on in the farm. I took a page, actually I took several encyclopedias from Zane's videos. I've got my biome specific resources in grow domes. 6 of them. I've got my fungal mold in here, even though it's a toxic plant. I can grow it outside, but just like having it all in one spot. Then, oh, I should have some fungal mold in there. But anyway, fungal mold salt makes ammonia. And then the frost crystals and salt makes dioxide, the selenium, and what does that make? I forget. Phosphorus. And then you might ask, well, where do you get all that salt? This is part of Zane's infinite loop. Where, dang it, should have done this before I came here. But if you have salt and chlorine, let's see if I have any salt on me. I don't. I should have some in here. Whoops. Okay, you put salt and chlorine, you get chloride lattice. You can take the chloride lattice and get chlorine. You can also take the chlorine and make salt. Now out of 250 of each, it's a 50 to 1, so you can make 5 full chloride lattices. You only need like 1.5 to refill it, because the chloride lattice will break down into 250 chlorine several times. So you can dump 250 back into the medium refiner, take another chlorine, put it in here to get the salt, and you can do that twice with 1 chlorine to get 250 to put back into the medium refiner. It's a closed loop. It just keeps building and building and building. Plus you can eventually take some salt out to feed the other biome refiners. And the same works with sodium. Got the yellow light on there. Carbon, red. Excuse me, cobalt, blue. So you've got element loops. Racha. Then when you make your harvest, you dump it in the medium refiner, take some salt, put it in the medium refiner, then you get your biome specific element. In this case, cactus flesh and pyrite. There's a lot you can build with those, but what I like to do, this is the fun part. Take some dioxide, ionized cobalt, both resources you can get from the loop and the biome specific farm. Make grantine. You can make a pile of grantine. The grantine breaks down to gold, which then you put a little bit of gold back into it to help feed the loop again. Then the next large refiner, ammonia from cactus flesh, more ionized cobalt from the loop, and some silver to make Herox. Again, you can make a pile of Herox, which breaks down into silver, so you again feed the loop again. Then, with the Herox, oops, am I going the right way? Yeah, from the Herox, and you make some silver, and grantine, make a little bit of gold. And come over. Gold and silver makes platinum. Platinum you can then break down into nanites. So you've got basically, if not a closed loop, a self-replicating loop with the biome farms, making nanites as well. You can't beat that. And I'm nearly done in here. I've still got some planters to fill yet. I was processing some paraffinium for finishing up the star bulbs, and some uranium for the gamma root. The only other things I got to finish in here to make self-replicating or closed loops are a chromatic metal refining unit. And I always seem to have a problem getting ferrite dust. So I've got a thing here to make pure ferrite into rusted metal into ferrite dust. And then sometimes just to make a full ferrite processing unit, can make that into pure ferrite, and then here can make magnetized ferrite again. So that way I can make any type of ferrite I need. But yeah, I think the chromatic metal and possibly a indium or iridium loop or multiplier, I guess, basically, because you can take a little bit of iridium, and I think it's oxygen, to make more iridium. And you just keep doing that. And I've got oxygen refiners out here for that. And you can also use the carbon and enriched carbon to power everything else in here, in addition to the oxygen harvesters I've got outside. So yeah, that's my little rip-off of Zane's. And I got a couple extra medium refiners in here. I overworked things, and I don't know what I'm going to do with them yet, but I'm sure I'll find a purpose for them. But yeah, I'll just go ahead and finish that out since I'm here. Yeah, and if nobody shows up to chat here in a few minutes, I'll start on the Abyss discussion. I think I've got plenty of paraffinium. I just need some extra star bulb to finish out. With my two-handed harvesting technique, or hand-over-hand harvesting technique. Okay, I think I've only got a couple left, like 3. And we'll put the rest on a gift card. Oh, let's feed the kitty. Oh, and lo and behold, we need some more salt. Hey, Cuke Thin Boy, how's it going? Shoot, thought I had more salt. Well, let that go. I have enough to finish that out. That was the star bulb. Gamma root, I think, is the only thing I need to work on yet. Nope, gamma root is full. So I'm done with my farming. So, have you, it's kind of loud here. Have you Cuke, seen all of the things on the Abyss? I think just about everybody has a post on it right now. I think L plays, Cobra, MZK, Zane. Who else do I watch has one? I can't think of anybody else. Is my salt done already? It was faster than I thought. I've seen it's coming, but don't know what it is. Yeah, that's the thing, is nobody really knows what it is. I had some theories prior, talking like pre-NEXT, I had a tinfoil hat edition of the... Before I did the Red Shirt Diaries, I did the pre-NEXT bucket list, where I was trying to get things done that I wanted to get done before before NEXT hit. And I had touched on the Abyss, and not a lot of people had even mentioned anything about it. But in some of the old lore, the abandoned building lore, the manufacturing plants, you know, even in the ARG, they had mentioned the Abyss in small brief passages. But what I seem to remember it being in reference to was almost a backup server for Loop 16, where things go to die. So if you kill a pirate in this game, the pirate data goes to the backup server, so it's like a dead version of him in the backup server. I'm probably reading too much into that, but it basically was a backup server for Loop 16. And that's what I thought would be in there, is all the dead data. So it kind of goes along with the Halloween theme and things being eerie. Zombie simulations. But I don't know, it's too early to tell. There was another thing. Oh, yes. It was even on Zane's. He, let me get out of this for a second. Come on. Okay. It was a Discord user named Polyphemus? If you continue exploring the manufacturing facilities and operation centers until they have no more blueprints to give you, and you then keep on exploring them, they will eventually give you the following messages. The research station contains a vast array of scanners and monitoring equipment directed at bodies of water throughout the systems. It is searching for something designated Abyss. The scientists who work there seem to have been comparing the transmissions associated with the Atlas to strange signals found within the water. Signals associated with the Atlas. Before they went missing, the workers concluded that this Abyss seemed to hold a similar yet distinct energy signature to the Atlas itself, another power in the universe. So we know that the Abyss is similar to the Atlas. Same energy signature. Oops. Examine the records relating to the Abyss. They show a repeating pattern of 16 energy bursts, music that emerges from beneath the waves. And there's a couple other things in there too, but that was the gist of it. So it almost seems like there's basically two theories on what the Abyss is. Some think it's water-based, and I'm in the minority thinking that it is a counterpart to the Atlas. Kind of a H.P. Lovecraft, Leviathan, Eldritch, ghost, zombie version of the Atlas. From that, it seems like it could be both. Because even in... I'm a big H.P. Lovecraft fan, amongst other things. And Cthulhu sleeps in the city of Ryla, which is underneath the waves. It's basically Atlantis. So, yeah, the Abyss, underwater, supernatural, giant, scary creatures, undead, Lovecraftian things. But then again, if you've seen any of my other speculation videos, I go a little further than Hello Games does, it seems. But I do have fun with it. I'll say that. Oh, I've got a bunch of chloride lattice, so let's keep the loop going here. I still have a bunch of chloride lattice. I always forget that that one refines so quickly. Oh, no. salt. And some more chlorine. Yeah. I just hope it's not a reworked version of what's already in the game. The community missions have been a bit of a con, in my opinion. I can't fault you for that. I mean, that's... Yeah, I was expecting a lot more. I was expecting more lore. I was expecting actual interactions with the community rather than a scavenger hunt where everyone's there but nobody's doing anything together. I thought that was the whole point. But, I don't know. I am hoping for more storyline, too. Man, I have got... I think I have more materials than I know what to do with right now. How's the sodium looking? Need a little more. Ooh. Okay, ooh, okay. There we go. I want to mess up my inventory again. Okay, we got good power. Gotta get a powder cotton. She's breaking up, but I didn't know why. It's gonna take 4 hours. You've got only 2. Anybody else need salt? I like salt, as you can tell. Okay, so I think this one is... Yeah, we'll just let that one rip. Let it rip. Don't really need a lot of sodium, so I think we're good there. Okay. Carbon. Oops. Okay. Get some stuff here. Oh, hang on a second, Cutie. Let me get this before I forget what I'm doing. Which, you know, I'm old, so I might. Oh, I still have 5 in there. Yeah, I don't want to be negative, as I'm a huge fan of the game. It's just the missions have almost been put in for the Xbox community to get familiar with the workings. Yeah, I hadn't considered that. That's a valid point as well. Yeah, and to give them freebies, even though they joined the game late. Not dissing you Xbox players, if there's any happen to be watching, but we built this game. And that's something I was thinking about earlier today as I was preparing for this, about the community. Hello Games has stated that the game would have been dead had it not been for the community, for stuff like the Galactic Hub project, for Cobra, for everybody who still plays and basically loves this game for all its flaws. We know it's got some issues. So you would have thought, I would have thought they would have had more community involvement, community, yeah, with the missions. I don't know. I kind of lost my train of thought halfway through there because I was concentrating on this, but Oops. Yeah, no respect to the Xbox guys, but we have been playing this game to death. We need different content. I wholeheartedly agree. For the most part, new content. Different would be good too. Some different biomes, maybe some different planetary features. We got ring planets finally. That was cool. But I'm hoping for this Abyss to be more storyline focused. We need a bad guy. We don't have, I mean, we got the Sentinels, the Slappy Plants, the Pirates. I mean, they're basically nuisances. They're really nothing more than that. They're not, I mean, we need a Darth Vader. We need, yeah. And the Abyss being the evil twin of Loop 16, I think, it's my theory, that that would give us a pretty good bad guy. Zane also had some stuff about new underwater creatures in addition to the new vehicles. I mean, a whole bunch of new underwater stuff that he had. I don't know if he data mined or whether someone else had data mined it, but the fact is that the stuff is at least place held in the code already for future expansion. Let's throw some more salt in there. I'm just gonna salt it up. Gonna get a little salty in here. Salty sailor. Ooh, get a lot of salt there. So it's this whole refiner loop thing. I mean, it's good, but you end up doing a lot of refining, so it's certainly not a time saver. Oh, I'm out of power. Out of power, Captain. I'm just gonna keep trying Scotty until I get it right. Bear with me. NPCs that walk, run, and interact with us on planet. How spooky would it be to visit or be attacked by random characters in your base? Remember before NEXT released, when they had found some audio files, stuff like incoming missile and base under attack and all this other crazy stuff that hasn't made it into the game. And then when we heard about more base building and stuff like that, we thought we would, actually some people thought they had seen in the right here in the guide with your crafted materials and technology and stuff, they thought they had seen like turrets and base defense mechanisms. So yeah, if there was a yeah, I don't know about okay, I got like 3 different thoughts going in my head right now. One of them is the PvP online thing, which was a big stink before NEXT came out, and how are they going to do that and stuff. But it really has not only not been a problem, but it hasn't really been a feature even. But what I would like to see is Armada battles. Taking your frigates out against someone else's frigates for regional galactic domination, you know, breaking up the galaxy into quadrants of, you know, marking your territory, making it, it would make it a different game entirely. I mean, that would totally put the emphasis of the game on a more political aspect than an exploration aspect. But Hello Games has always said, you know, this game is whatever you want. It's whatever you make the game, whatever you want. Apparently, I want to be a factory worker because I've got all this going on. But yeah, if they were to allow us that option to do something like that, that would be fantastic. And I agree with you on the NPCs that could possibly attack you instead of the random animals, but like a coordinated invasion force that you have to barricade your base against and set up defense perimeters and a moat and whatever you can possibly do. Yeah, that would be fun. But my money would be on armadas. I think that would be a lot of fun too. I enjoy the frigates. I wish I could get to them because my freighter keeps freaking breaking, but here's hoping for more updates. Well, we know there's going to be more, but ones that address the issues that we seem to have. I think I already had a pile of chlorine, so I don't know why I did that. Mm-hmm. Alright. Yeah, it takes a lot of salt. I just want to get everything full. I think that's gonna about do it. So I need like 5 of these. I got way too many fungal molds. Okay, top this puppy off. Okay. The game is great. I'm sure that Hello Games will give us plenty to enjoy. Oh yeah, undoubtedly. I mean, they... Excuse me. Still got a nasty cold. Yeah, based on our postings of this game, the love letters, the fan work, the... like I said before, if it wasn't for the fans, they would have never been a NEXT. Whoops, I got way too much brass crystal. And they've always said, well, not always, but they've said since NEXT that they were all 225. Should they be 250? Whatever. Oh, for 220, 120, yeah. I don't know. Selenium. That gives me 50, so I need 5. Oh, got too much again. Too much is just enough. My grandpa used to say that. He's an odd man. Much like me. Anywho, let's face it, if they release a No Man's Sky 2 at full price, most of us would buy it. Yeah, if they could guarantee there was no glitches. Plus, if you've seen previous episodes, you know I'm also big into PSVR. I was just watching an episode of PSVR Without Parole with Brian Paul, and they were talking about No Man's Sky VR. Mostly because of the community poll that we had, where list of the things that you would like to see most. But he had a good point. He said the game barely runs at 60 frames now. Most of the time it's about 30. There is no way that No Man's Sky in its current form would run on VR. And yeah, I tend to agree with that, unless they were to A, sell us a whole new VR version of it with somewhat simplified, optimized graphics that probably would never get updated, or if they just wait until PS5 and port No Man's Sky, or make No Man's Sky 2 PSVR 2 friendly. That would I'd buy 3 copies of that. Oh, why am I not processing? Hop to, mister. My star bulb is harvested. Yep, fortunately I got some more of my stasis device farm out here. What did I have in there? I think you only get 25 out of, yeah. 50, 75, 100. No, looks like we got about 150, so maybe that'll be enough. I thought we had another freeze. You just never know when it's going to happen. Oh, frost crystal. You know, I would like to think, well, I wouldn't really like to think that, but that much of the problem I have with freezing is due to operator error. But really, what could I be doing to make it freeze? I don't know. So, get 50 out of that. 2, 3. I still have like lemium in my inventory that I need to process. Why don't I do that? Good lord. That's going to imbalance my stuff. Oh well. Let's just leave that there. Okay, I think everything is on autopilot for now. So, let's do another quick save. Gosh, I don't know what to do with these. I need to clear out. One of the reasons I did that whole refining station and biomes and whatnot was to clear out a bunch of junk out of my storage containers. And once I saw Zane's video that you can make replenishing amounts of some of the items you don't use a lot, like the dioxide, phosphorus, and all that kind of biome-specific things, I could clear that out, clear out a whole bunch of different variations of cobalt, different variations of sodium, different variations of, well, oxygen you can't do. But just clear out a bunch of junk and then put in things that you do want to keep in store for later, like walker brains and servo arms and Vy'Keen daggers, and you never know when you're going to need one of those. Or those other ancient artifact items like that. Korvax cubes, Korvax casing, gra, nip. Other things. There was something else I was just thinking of. I can't remember. But I still have things in here from the weekly events. I still have some hex cores and some hexite I think that's in this first one here. Yeah, there's some hex cores there. I know I've got hexite. Yeah, I still need to get rid of all that. But really, once you get the refining thing done, there's not really a lot you need to hold on to. Deuterium. I've never found a use for deuterium. Ooh, I need you. Yes, I need you. Pugnium. That was the other thing I was thinking of. Because there are some recipes that require pugnium. It should all be sodium stuff and copper, defense chit. There we go. Hexite, Walker Brain, quad servos. And I got a couple blueprints in there too for... Or not blueprints, modules for later. I tried... When someone joined my game once, I tried giving them a module, but I couldn't. Actually, I couldn't give them anything. What we had to do instead of trading items was put a small refiner down, drop it in there, and then he could go and pick it out of that. It used to be a feature where you could trade with someone who was right there. I remember doing that before. I don't know if it was... I don't know. It was during the weekly event, so things were a little goofy on the community planet, so that might have had something to do with it. But I am going to take a huge chance on this session freezing. I'm going to go to the freighter. See if I can refine some dihydrogen jelly and tritium, make some frigate fuel, send some frigates out. You know, I still haven't put down in my base the trophies or the new plants. I don't know why. Just I guess I was just making it more functional for now. Has anyone else used the trophies and trinkets and holograms and all the other stuff? I haven't set anything down yet. When I was in the Quicksilver store, I was like, oh, cool, I want that. And it's like, where am I going to put it? What am I going to do with it? I guess I just went shopping like my wife does. Oh, that's great. Okay, yeah, great, but where are you going to put it? Okay. Trick that usually works for me is to wait a few seconds before going in. Did you flush? Okay. So far, so good. And here we go. All of my storage containers. I don't understand it. I'll take it, but I don't... Oh, I had stuff going on here before things went to hell. I had a lot of stuff going on here before things went to hell. Oh, I was doing that. I don't have anything free. Okay. Okay, I hope I can do this before stuff freaks out. Oh, freak out. Excuse me. Yep, I have all the gold trophies in my case. I have a high altitude moon base. I've set trees and plants on the surface. Looks cool. That would look pretty cool. It's a totally barren moon. You know, I've always wanted to do that because, well, many reasons. Austin Powers. Space 1999. I don't know how old you are, but that's that was the deal back in the 70s. For 2 years at least. I've considered making a moon base too, and then having those long tubular tunnels going between sections of landing pads that are elevated, so it would look like Moonbase Alpha from Space 1999. But damn, you really have to transport a lot of resources up there in order to get it going. Oh, I need to build my friggity fuel. Friggity fuel. 500, so that leaves me with 650. We'll see what we can do. Space 1999 was one of my faves. Oh, loved it as a kid. Well, then we must be near the same age. And the second season, was it Maya who had like the dotted eyebrows and she could shapeshift? Yes. My ships are called Eagles. That's great. That's just great. Was ist das Scheißermuffen? Ja. What the hell was that? Okay, we have frigate issues. You know what? I'm getting rid of that damned Ligatot's lost work. It's been a thorn in my ass for I don't know how long. There you go. And I think I can... Oh, I thought I could get rid of him by... You can't get rid of it? I thought there was a way of getting rid of it holding R3 was supposed to do it. Why do you get rid of a frigate? Damn. Okay. Alright. Let's do... Combat's pretty short. The balanced or discovery look best. Let's do the discovery. Usually get pretty good stuff from doing the discovery. And I don't think I'm going to need to send a lot of ships. Probably just 2. Not the combat. Let's do a support. Tons, 2-star, 2-star. Just to be on the safe side. Just to be on the safe side. And I've got him. Send it out alone on combat missions until it is totally down. Ooh, that's a good idea. Yeah, I've never... That is a real good idea, because I was always curious when you get that little communication thing. And it says, you know, our freighter's damaged beyond repair. Can we come in? And I always bring it in. I was curious to see what would happen. Yeah, we'll do that. See what would happen if I say, no, you work for me. You stay your butt out there. There you go. Sees you. Don't watch, it'll come back undamaged. Which is really too bad because she was starting to get to be a really good ship. She was high. Yeah, I'm saying was already. High in all stats. Where usually they specialize only in 1 or 2, but yeah, they all were pretty good. But it seemed like you were messing with me, Ligatot. So you gets the yard. Walk the plank. Trade. And it's only a 2. So we can do the same thing. We can do 1 and a support. N'est-ce pas? Ja, ja, das ist gut. I don't know why I constantly go back to German, but I do. Oh, I don't have any mineral compressors. Just to be on the safe side, we'll do another support ship. A minor support ship, bringing us over 50. Okay, that'll work. Still only took 200 tons. Ah. Well, this is actually working out pretty well. I thought for sure I was going to have a crash. Balanced. I always send way too much on a balanced. So we need 40 of each. If I hadn't have sent my support ships, I probably could have done 4 of them and been just fine. Let's see how far we get doing just support ships on a balanced. So we need pretty much everything but combat. Another 20. Boy, almost everything else would be overkill. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do one exploration and 1 industrial, and just totally blow it out of the water. Okay, no to go. Have fun. I think got to go. Well, it was good having you by, Cuketham boy, and thanks for watching. We'll catch you later. I'm probably not going to be on much longer myself. I got I got to get ready for work. The Sword of Dave Station. Oh, I don't have enough fuel. God, well, that's what I thought. Okay, now that I got all that done, I tail it to my ship where stuff freezes. Yeah, I was kind of hoping we'd have more of a discussion on the Abyss, but since nobody knows anything really, just what we've seen in other videos and kind of what we can conjecture from some of the past lore and such. But yeah, it's going to be an interesting next week. No update this week, but cheers to you too, Cake. Yeah, as hopefully we got some good surprises coming. So thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, share, all that fun stuff, and catch you later. Thanks for watching. Live long and prosper.